Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Mark Fisher Outdoors. We appreciate you tuning in every day. We really do. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys tune in on a daily basis, Monday through Friday. I can't express that enough, how much I really do appreciate that. Today, it's cold out, and I love doing these episodes in the wintertime when it's like, what can we do to stay connected to our passion about fishing, even though there's just no way that we can actually get out and go fishing? Well, today I'm going to be going over my rods. I'm going to be cleaning them, but more importantly, inspecting them. We'll talk more about what I do with that and what you can do, and quite honestly should do, with your rods during the wintertime when you've got this off period where you're not going to be fishing. Stick around, guys. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm Mark Fisher. So I'm over at the workbench in my tackle room right now, and I'm going through my rods. So you know that last year I did an episode about how to clean your reels and go through and kind of inspect, clean, lubricate your reels. Well, this year we're going to talk about your rods, okay? Because quite honestly, it's important. It's a lot simpler of a process, but it's still something that's important to do. You're cleaning them up, but you're also inspecting them to kind of make sure that everything's okay. And if there's something that you need to do during the downtime that you have right now in the winter, this is the time to get it done. So I just grabbed one rod here, and what I'm going to start doing is, the first thing I've just got a clean sponge, and I've got a very, literally one drop of Dawn dishwashing detergent. Dawn is a very mild dishwashing detergent, and I don't have very much in there, but the whole idea is just for me to go through and clean up all the components on the rod. I'm not using the real gritty side, although I would if I had one that was really, kind of bad, but I'm just going to go and wipe it down. I'm paying attention to the grips. I want to get the grips. I want to get any scents or oils or suntan lotion, anything that I had, that I've transferred any of those kinds of things to the grip. But I'm also going to just kind of run down the rod and kind of make sure that I'm cleaning the whole rod tip off with this. So like I said, this is not a big deal. This is pretty simple. Doesn't take very much time. Now I'm going to just dry it off, take a paper towel and dry that off. And what I would do then is I would typically set that aside, let that cork, let those grips kind of really thoroughly dry off, get everything dry. But what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to move on to the next step after I get this done here. So I'm just kind of taking my paper towel, drying it off. And as I'm doing this, I'm kind of inspecting to make sure that everything is correct. So as I said the word inspecting, I remembered I as an old guy, I need to get my glasses on, because now comes the time that I'm really going to pay close attention to what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of this Real Magic, and I'm just going to spray it in a cap just so that I get a little kind of bit of it in the cap there. And now with a cotton swab, so I've got the tip of that cotton swab in here. Now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to start up at the top, and I'm going to just kind of make sure that I get the eyes and the rod guides, and I'm checking to make sure that I've got them cleaned and that the inserts are still there, that there's no cracks. One of the ways I can tell if there's a crack in the insert is this cotton swab will catch the fuzz or fur on the cotton swab will catch if there's a crack in one of those inserts. So if I pull that in, if I pull this out and after twisting it and there's a little hair coming out of there, I know there's a crack in there. But what I'm doing is I'm cleaning it. I'm visually looking at it to make sure that everything looks good. And I'm checking by kind of swirling it around that when I pull it out, everything is fine. And then you can see as the guides get bigger, I can get a little deeper in there. Everything looks good. Keep coming around, the guides are getting bigger. So I'm putting a little bit of that Real Magic on those guides. That's gonna make that line go, you know, kind of be slick and clean. Well, the guides are gonna be slick and clean as the line goes through them for next year. Just gonna kind of clean that one off. Leave that on there. So this rod, everything is good. But let's say that, you know, let's say I found one where a guide was bent or the insert was cracked or missing. Now I know I've got to deal with that rod. I've got to get that replaced. I've got to replace the guide or replace the insert or something like that. And I can make a note of that and deal with those now, you know, during the off season. Go order the parts, get what I need, get that thing fixed up in whatever way, you know, you do, whether you do your own rod work or whether you have somebody do it. But to me, now is the time to do it. It's cold outside. Get down in your garage, in your basement, in your tackle room, whatever it is, and get through and clean these. I've got one down and I've got about 50 more to go. So I'm gonna get to it. Guys, I hope you enjoy this content. Send us your comments if you have any, and please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We appreciate you being a part of Mark Fisher Outdoors, and we will see you again tomorrow. Take care, everybody.